Totally on mute. That was not going to work. What up, y'all? It's Dominique, aka what? That therapist. For those of you that don't know, I am the lead clinician and CEO of a group practice known as Yellowbird Counseling. We service the entire state of Alabama, soon to come Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Tennessee. All right? So be on the lookout for that. If you're not on the newsletter, you want to be on the newsletter because you want to know about all the cool, innovative things that we have going on practice-wide. There is a collaboration next month. I can't even. My clients know about it. So if you know, you know. All right? But Yellowbird, let's just say this. Yellowbird and some other practitioners are going to be partnering to bring wellness to the next level, and services that you may not have considered could possibly be covered under your insurance. That's all I'm going to say. All right, you need to be on the newsletter. I can't hold water when it comes to me. For other folks, obviously, I'm a therapist. I don't tell folks business. But my business, I can't hardly hold water sometimes because I'm so excited. But we have a whole live dedicated to it, and that's that. All right? But yes, and two, for those of y'all, well, of course y'all don't know, but number 6, therapist number 6 in the Yellowbird Nation will be, is it number 6 or number 5? Number five will be coming on and introducing themselves in October. So that's going to be great. They've already got a load. They've already got a load. So, I will say it's a Black female. So if you're looking for you a Black female that can take Blue Cross Blue Shield, she will be that. Okay. But anyways, for those of you that don't know, that's what we do. We do lives every Thursday to educate the general population on reasons that we need therapy outside of simply having a mental illness, okay? And other things that therapists can do besides treat diagnosis. So if you don't have a diagnosis, think of a therapist as a life coach that would be covered under your insurance. And that's what we call counseling, folks. All right? So if you're just somebody that would like to have life coaching, definitely maybe you don't feel it as though you need therapy, so to speak, for a diagnosis, then yeah, we got you covered under your insurance. All right. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. Also, you want to be in the newsletter because you want to know when I do giveaways. I have a couple of ladies that win, like always. They'd have probably made a bag off of me already, okay? So definitely make sure you're in the newsletter for that, all right? Please share this live, too. Tonight, we're going to be just talking about being yourself on social media and the effects that social media has on mental health. This is probably, I don't know, the millionth live I've done on this, but I just don't think you could do enough lives on it because people hear things differently in different, from different perspectives, from different points. So this was actually Bridget's idea. And she was just really giving us life with the idea. She's like, I don't necessarily want to do it. And I decided to let them have a break this month because they have been going live a lot. Y'all have seen numbers 1 through 4 therapists pretty regularly. You'll see number 5, and then we will have number 6 who is coming down the pipeline. We're so excited. We're so excited to grow the nation so that we can help more people. And that's what's exciting to me. I don't ever have to turn anyone away or say we're too full for you. Unless they want something specific, maybe, I don't know. I don't have a slot, but they want somebody that does EMDR. Well, I know other great practices in the area who I can refer them to, but we are definitely growing the nation so that we can help more of you and have you be a part of the nation as well. So, yeah, for those of you that have been following me any amount of time, you know that this is a topic that is near and dear to me. Outside of helping people advance themselves mentally and emotionally and and aspirationally, I love social media. I do it so that I can help. But if it was not for this business, if it was not for Yellowbird Counseling, I would not be on social media. Before we started doing these lives and really going live on Instagram, Facebook, and fan base. Before all of that, your girl was chilling. All right. She was not on social media for an entire year, and it was great. I felt so much better about myself. I felt more focused. I felt more grounded because I wasn't constantly looking at other people's lives, seeing what they got going on, and dealing with why don't I have that going on. And it allowed me to be in a space to where I don't even, when I get on social media, I don't have that. That doesn't affect me. I don't scroll for hours. I might post in my story. And I was telling Blue G yesterday, the reason I posted my story is so I could make a video to send to someone. Okay. So, but I wasn't like that before. Before I was off of social media for an entire year, I was scrolling for hours, comparing myself to people, seeing what people had going on, wondering why they were taking this picture together and they didn't invite me because I thought that we was friends, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And the unfortunate part, and what y'all have learned from the previous lives that I've done, that I did on the social dilemma, that social media is designed to trigger us that way. It's designed to be addictive, so we will use it because we are their product. Okay, we are Facebook's product. If we are not making money, then that means we are the product. And I'm not talking about making money through referrals and people see. I'm talking about making money for being active on social media. Like every heart you get, like on fan base, when you get hearts, that actually converts to money. That's not just a heart for heartness sake. It's actual money. So that's like that. So if you're not making money from interaction, then you're the product, which is what you are on Instagram, unless you have 10K followers and you have a badge. Or on Facebook, I don't know if they have any monetization for activity, regardless of what your followers are or not. Because, the max amount of followers you can have is 5,000. And a lot of people have 5,000 followers on Facebook because it's like 2 decades old almost. So anyways, that's my spiel. But of course, I want to talk more about why is it hard to be yourself on social media, and why do we care so much about what people think of us, and who liked our photo, or who unfollowed us, or who got more likes than me, or why didn't this person like my post? Let me start off by saying this. A lot of times when my clients come to me and we put them on a social media, like a structured social media sabbatical, their symptoms of depression and anxiety go down within a week. All right. And I help them do that because I know it's addictive. Again, it's designed to be that way. So we develop an individualized plan for them to keep that addiction from interfering with their sabbatical. And I tell you, they may come to me with moderate, severe depression 1 week. They stay off for just 1 week and come back, and it's already decreased to moderate or mild, all because of social media. We allow it to consume us and we don't even know it. And that's the way it was developed. It was developed to be subtle. It was developed to be gradual. It wasn't developed to be this in-your-face thing, because if it was, we would know that it's abusing us and we wouldn't use it. Okay, so it's gradual and it's subtle, and they pick your buttons, the buttons that provoke you, because what y'all don't probably know consciously is y'all like being provoked. You do. And that is why you need to come to us. We do not want you to take pleasure in being provoked to anger, discomfort, anxiety, depression. We don't want that, but we like that. We respond to that. If somebody posts something that we don't agree with, we want to go, oh, ha, 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 ha. just paragraphs back and forth, and before you know it, you've been arguing with a stranger on a thread of a post that neither one of y'all posted, and y'all don't even know each other. Okay, you argue back, and I'm gonna say it because I'm guilty of it. All right, guilty. Stuff that I'm real passionate about, like science or mental health, or when people say stupid stuff about those kinds of things, then I have been guilty of it, but not anymore, because it was causing me. I didn't like how riled up I was getting, so I don't do that anymore. If somebody says something stupid, they just say something stupid. I might try to correct them for the sake of the other people that may be receiving false information on the thread. But after that, I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I'm not, because I just don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I have to be real selective with where I disperse my energy at, because otherwise, like, I help people. And when you help people, you just can't afford to, your energy doesn't just affect you. Like, if you not helping people, then you have a little bit more luxury to have whatever kind of energy you want, so long as you're not interacting with a lot of people. So the less people you interact with, I guess the less it might matter, maybe. But if you care about yourself, you don't want to carry that negative energy around, because as we've discussed in previous lives, it does affect your health. Okay, it does affect your health. Stress shows up in the body, heart disease, pain in the body, chronic pain, other diseases like high blood pressure, things like that, hypertension, high blood pressure, whatever, heart disease, chronic pain. There's some other very specific medical conditions that come from prolonged stress, prolonged trauma, prolonged anxiety, okay, and even depression. With that, we know depression can lead to death, because once you start having suicidal ideations, you don't just turn those off, okay? Those don't just turn off. You need help. Like, you need some heavy intervention to reverse that before you act on it. Because what you may not realize is you can only do what your brain tells you to do. So if your brain is not feeling well, I'm not going to say you're sick in the head, because that's not what I mean. But if your brain is not feeling well, okay, which happens, then you're going to start to feel and behave like your brain is not feeling well. That could come out in anger. That could come out in procrastination. That could come out in avoidance. That could come out in, lashing out at people. That could come out in sleeping a lot. That could come out in not being able to eat. That could come out in not being able to sleep. All right, so it could come in so many different ways, and then if it's prolonged, it can really impact your health significantly and permanently. So I say all that to say that social media has been the source for a lot of adults and a lot more teens and adolescents of anxiety and depression, okay? Because we care. Like, as humans in general, we have a need for some level of connection. All right. That's just the way we were designed. We desire. And one of my clients said it the other day, we are just beings that desire community. We do. No matter how much you say, oh, I don't need nobody else, so I don't need no friends. Like, yes, you do. Even if it's just one. Okay. You may not need 15, like, a super extreme, extrovert. You might only need 2, and that's okay as long as you're getting what you need. But we, oftentimes try to say that we don't care, when science and statistics show us otherwise in regards to mental health as it relates to social media. So, and that's one of the reasons I made this shirt. It's one of the reasons also that y'all don't see me done up on here. And there is nothing wrong with people who dress to the nines to get on live so that people, so that there's nothing wrong with that. I don't do that. Okay, got my grandma nut up here. because I really can't be myself if I'm not comfortable. So while I do like to dress up for cocktail parties, y'all have heard me say that, or if I'm just going out and really feeling cute, most of the time I like to be comfortable, groomed, clean. Yes, brush my teeth, take a shower every day, things like that. Make sure my clothes are clean, make sure, I smell good. But I'm not dressing to the nines. Even when I went into the office, I did not wear heels or suits. I wore t-shirts and Converses, okay? And that's what I'm gonna continue to wear, okay? That's what I'm gonna continue to wear because I'm the most effective when I'm comfortable, okay? I'm really good now that I'm doing virtual therapy and I sit in my chair and a half and do my sessions. Oh, I feel like I'm really providing some quality care now because I'm comfortable myself, okay? So I can't help you if I'm not comfortable, but that's not the case for a lot of people. A lot of people are experiencing social media from just their perspective and how it impacts them. That's a good majority of people. All right. Influencers get tired, they get burned out. But for, the normal person who's not doing it necessarily for influence, they're just doing it to, share. Man, it's so addictive and it puts you in this place of comparison, whether you're aware of the heck. Shh, how dare you, be quiet. Shh. Mr. Carter, be quiet. Okay, be quiet, Mr. Carter. No, I'm busy. All right, Mr. Carter. No. Hold on, y'all, because he gonna be trying to talk over me. No. He knew I was coming over there, and I was not coming over there to play no games with him at all. Wasn't doing it. But yeah, so it's so addictive. And then you have the when they had that I don't think that the like button's always been there. Maybe it has. I don't know. I don't remember. But when they added those features to social media, I just saw where the problem would come. Because we quantify things, and because of the quantity, that causes us to qualify things. And to an extent, that's true. But not for when you're posting a family photo. Not for when you're posting yourself in an outfit that you really feel cute in. Not when you're just making a silly, fun video just to share your sense of humor. That does not qualify you. All right. And it's not even just people. All right. As y'all know from the Social Dilemma Live, there's an algorithm. So it may not even be that people don't like your post. They may not have seen your post. Okay. And maybe they like Susie Q's post because Susie Q is posting so much that it boosts her content to the top of the algorithm, okay? So there's so many things to consider with that, but most people aren't thinking about an algorithm. They're just thinking about people's reaction to them. And we crave validation, whether that's from ourselves or from other people. We crave it. We want to be validated, all right, period. We want it to primarily come from ourselves, but social media doesn't put that in that position because we're not liking our own stuff. And if you do like your own stuff, people gonna talk about you, talking about don't like your own stuff. We gonna see it or whatever. So if people aren't liking your stuff, then that feels personal. If you're on social media, especially if you have an anxious attachment style, which we've talked about that too. I told y'all maybe sometime last year when I did lives on a series on the attachment styles. That anxious attachment style can come from, parents that weren't reliable or didn't provide you with a safe space. So you add an anxious attachment style onto there. Likes really matter. You know what I'm saying? If you grew up in an abusive or neglectful situation where you didn't know if people were going to be staying or if they were going to be leaving, and if they were staying, how long, okay, or were people going to keep their word and be consistent, then you post on social media. That's a whole nother level for you, because you associate I only got 2 likes with people don't like me, people aren't going to be there, I'm not this, I'm not that. But quantity does not qualify you when you're posting for fun. Okay? Now for business, that's different. Okay? And even then, y'all, let me tell you something. Can I be candid? July and August was tough for me. All right. I told y'all a couple of weeks ago that my mom actually passed on August 8th. And before that, I was taking care of her post her surgery. So all July and all of August, I have not posted on except for doing these lives. I have not posted on Instagram, and I have lost some followers, and that's okay with me. I am okay with that, because I know that I needed to, like, social media is just a part of what I do, but the main part of what I do is actively caring for people on a daily basis. So unfortunately, social media had to be the thing that I had to cut out. So even for my business, so that I'll build myself back up in the algorithm. I've been doing it for 2.5 years now. I know how to get back up in the algorithm, but if I need to take a break, I'm going to take a break from posting, because again, I have to be very careful to where I put my energy. And if I need my energy for my clients and my other therapist clients when they need me, okay, I got to just cut something out. And that's the thing that I had to cut out. But don't worry, because Monday, y'all, I'm going to be back. My sabbatical is done. All right, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be coming with the come on. I even hired somebody to help me with posting when I am overwhelmed and can't do it, that I am fully confident can, first of all, handle my copy. You got to see me here to be able to handle my copy, and then, graphics as well. So don't you worry. October is going to be a big month. September, y'all going to see me gearing back up. And October, you're going to see us taking back off. All right. But I'm going to take a break whenever I need to take a break. And y'all know I love you. It's no love lost. But you got to make hard decisions sometimes in order to keep yourself healthy. And if you're a therapist or any other helping profession, the people you serve, because people come to you because they depend on you. All right. And I can't let people be dependent on me if I'm all broke down. That ain't right. Okay. That ain't cool. But quantity does not qualify you if you're posting your favorite meal. If you're posting, like I said, a family photo, a cute outfit you got on, you at the club blowing a hookah in the video. I done did that too. Okay, I done did that too. It's cute. All right. Or any other thing like that. That does not, if you only get 2 likes, that does not qualify you. All right. Or disqualify you. But that can be a hard realization to come to on your own. So that's why when my clients, when we trace things back to social media, we take that sabbatical, their anxiety and depression levels drop significantly. And they have somebody that can really help them structure their time so they can allow themselves to have that sabbatical. And I did it for a year. I'm telling you, after that major depressive episode that I had in, what was it, beginning of 2018, I was off social media from the beginning of 2018 all the way to the spring of 2019. All right. And I was living my best life. I could breathe. I didn't feel heavy. I didn't feel anxious. I didn't give a damn what nobody thought about me. All right. And now, because of that, I think I'm I'm able to just really not care, because I feel like whoever is for me is for me. All right. Like, Whoever is for Yellowbird is for Yellowbird. Whoever is for you is for you. Whoever's for your business is for your business. There are billions of people in the world, and there is not a single one of us who can please every last one of them. And that is a burden that we put on ourselves that's causing us not to feel well. Okay, it's causing us to feel anxious. It's causing our self-esteem to be affected, especially for our teens and adolescents. It's really causing it's causing us to question ourselves and have identity crisis, even people not even being their self. I try to go above and beyond to be myself and be my most authentic, genuine self on here. And that's another reason I don't let myself wear makeup on here. And it's hot. Okay. It's just hot. I might wear it more in the fall, maybe, but I'm not making any promises. Because I just have to continue to keep myself in a position where I'm being myself, because it's real easy. It's gradual and it's subtle. Before you know it, you're somebody you don't recognize and somebody that the people you love don't recognize, okay? Because you're trying to please people that you don't even know. And it's not just you. It's a lot of people, I'm telling you. Social media sabbaticals are a part of a lot of my clients' treatment plans. And it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. It just means that this environment was created to provoke us so that we would make it money. All right. So let's see. I want to read some comments. You know how Mr. Carter is, Liqueur. He's so disrespectful. That's okay, because he's going to puppy boarding school in November. Stay tuned. Let's see. Sean Carter got something to add. He always got something to add, Danny. That's just Mr. Carter, okay? Yep, it don't qualify you at all. It does not. Yep, algorithms are a mess, and they at this point, there's a lot of influencers. They know when the algorithm is up. All right, they know, they can tell, and they chalk it up to the algorithm instead of their content because they know. All right. I can tell when the algorithm is messed up. I can tell when something's going on. I'm like, yeah, the algorithm's messed up. Or if I've done something to which I haven't gotten shadow banned. I think maybe one time, possibly. I think I possibly got shadow banned, but you can tell, bigger influencers, they can tell, oh, I'm shadow banned, So instead of thinking, oh, people don't like me anymore, and that's the reason. No, they know they're shadow banned. And it's hard. You got to be true to yourself, Sonia, but it's hard for a lot of people to be true to themselves because, one, they don't even know who their self is. And so that's why people like me and my other great therapists in the Yellowbird Nation exist, so we can help you find yourself so that you can be yourself. You have to find it first, and that's hard. Every time I take a break from social media, my stress level and anxiety decrease. Yeah. Because this that we're on, it's not designed to help us. It's designed to make itself money. And human beings are easy to influence. All right. So I use the algorithm for good and not evil. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be in the algorithm, then I'm going to be putting out content that can maybe save somebody's life, that can help somebody, that can point somebody in the right direction. So I use the same tactics, but just for good and not evil. It is awareness and judgment. Yeah. I mean, it's just hard. And if you didn't grow up in it, a lot of times, even in the Black community, we grew up with these microaggressions. So there's that. But then microaggressive comments from our own family and stuff. And so, that causes a whole other level. So then you get into this people pleasing, you get into this needing external validation, you get into this thinking that the amount of people means that you're at some level or status or something, when none of that really matters. And the thing that I had to continue to say to myself is Jesus was perfect and still everybody didn't like him. For those of you that believe in Jesus, okay? Even if you don't believe in Jesus, you know that Jesus was presented as a perfect person. So just even taking that away, that he was a perfect person, whether he was real or imagined, whatever you believe, he was perfect and everybody didn't like him. All right. So if he was perfect and everybody didn't like them, of course everybody's not going to like me. You can't put that expectation on yourself. All right. People, and a lot of times the reason that people aren't happy with you, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them not being happy with their self. All right. Yeah. Please share the live so that someone that needs to hear it can, because I'm sure at least one person on your timeline needs to hear this. At least one. All right. And they need to know where they can come so they can get help in order to not be a slave to their timeline. Okay. So, yeah. What questions y'all got for me? What questions? I kind of went on the fly with this one, so to speak, because I've done it so much. But yeah, let's see. Let me see if there was anything in my readings that I really wanted to highlight. Let's see. All right, so females, it's especially true for you, okay, that your mental health could be impacted. Females express their they express aggression relationally by excluding others and sharing hurtful comments. Okay, girls can be mean, is pretty much what it's saying. So that's why it's a bigger impact. But there's been a lot of mean dudes too. Okay, and I just chalk it up to trolling. And I'm like, oh man, people actually are trolling me? Like, oh, okay. And the trolls know just as much or more about me than the people that actually follow me because they like me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Engagement is engagement, I guess. But yeah, all right. So to give you some more science, social media is designed to play on our dopamine receptors. Okay, so that's your pleasure. You get pleasure from social interacting, sex, food. All right. So social media is that social interaction at your fingertips that gives you an immediate dopamine high. And so you're anticipating. We talked about text message anxiety maybe last year, the year before, beginning of the year before, 2019. We talked about text message anxiety. You can go back in the archives and look at that. But that is that dopamine loop where you get, like, you're waiting on that text, that anticipation, then you get the text and it gives you a dopamine surge, and you go back into the anticipation, you get the text and it's a surge, anticipation surge, and it's like that. And that's when you find yourself checking your phone every 5 minutes, seeing if she or he texts you back yet. Let's see. The cure said, what is a good way to relieve stress that shows up as chronic? What is a good way to relieve stress that shows up as chronic pain? Ooh. There's a lot of good ways, Lakira, but you're asking me that question, and it makes me want to tell the business about how Yellowbird Council is going to be implementing that into treatment, but I'm not going to say it. But some things you could do. Some things you could do are definitely physical activity. I like to recommend yoga for my clients. Okay, I have a lot of clients that do yoga, and it's real helpful for them. Also, guided meditations, not just sitting in num yum holding ken yo. I'm talking about like actual like guided meditations where somebody is telling you how to take your breaths, how to pace your breaths, like what to focus on, when to refocus, like guided meditations, yoga. I like kickboxing. I do that. And I recently in May started going back consistently. I'm going tomorrow. But I go like 4 or 5, 6, sometimes 6 times a week. But yeah, I was trying to get this COVID muffin down, but I also really love it because it relieves stress. But it doesn't even got to cost money. Like YouTube has been a great resource. If you want to do yoga and you can't necessarily pay out of pocket for it, you could get on YouTube and find you a yoga something to follow along with in your own home. So those are a few things. That you can do. But definitely the guided meditations. There is one on Netflix. It's called Headspace Guide to Meditation. There is one specifically for pain. There's one specifically, an episode specifically for that. So it shows you how to do guided meditation around pain. Okay. And it actually gives an example of a guy who was dealing with chronic pain and how meditation helped him and how he was able to advance. They got binaural brainwave stuff that you can also do that helps. But yeah. But Yellow Bird is going to be offering something real specific. I'm so excited. It's going to be in the October newsletter. Lakira, I know you're on the newsletter because you always win all the money. You always know when I'm giving away money because you're on the newsletter. You win it all. So just be looking for that October newsletter and you'll be able to know what the tea is. Yeah. It will also have a collaborative live about that very thing in October as well. So, yes, that was a good question, though. Good question. Yeah, try guided meditation. Yeah, try it. A lot of my clients really love it. They love it so much that they've downloaded the Headspace app. And if you have Spotify, they got guided meditations on there too. They also have them on YouTube, but I'm just saying for other platforms that you might use. They've downloaded the Headspace app and do the follow along for whatever the series is. So yeah. But see, those are the type of things we would implement into your time as opposed to scrolling on social media. Okay. But yeah, we would just tailor it to your specific lifestyle need and lifestyle and need. Pretty much we would target whatever interventions we use to wean you off of social media for your specific situation. But yeah, y'all got any more questions for me? Ooh, I got a new shirt. It says ethically, what does it say? Ethical but unorthodox. So it's more of a therapist shirt, but non-therapists can definitely get it. But it's ethical but unorthodox. I'm going to be posting that. I'm going to go on ahead, probably send a community text out about it with the discount code for it. But yeah, if you're on the newsletter, you can just click the discount code for it. But ethical but unorthodox. That is the shirt of the month. Yeah. So I have a lot of great and exciting things coming up for you guys. Remember that quantity does not qualify you on social media. It just doesn't. There's so many things that come into play. Other people are just unhealthy. The algorithm isn't healthy. So, I mean, it can't qualify you. Okay? Because it's unqualified. All right. But I love y'all so much. Please share. Thank you for those of you that are watching on the replay. And I will see you next week.